revealer there. Just sort of following on from the last speaker, I've got sort of 3 stories for you of sort of students, young people living in Glasgow. The first is Kirsty's story. She was told one day that her flat was inhospitable after an unannounced, no notice was given when her landlord and an HMO inspector turned up to her flat to inspect it for a renewal of HMO licence. She was told that the state it was in was absolutely her fault, she had to clean it up. This was after a number of years, I think, of repairs not being made, plugs not working, doors not working. So she did the sensible thing, she called the council. And the council said, oh, well, we had no idea. The landlord told us that it was your fault, so we just assumed that was true. Now, this is something that happens all the time to students. This is something that many students experience. The second story is the one of Liam, who, when he moved into his flat, he tried really hard to get a hold of his landlord, and his landlord just refused to get in touch with him. Again, this flat was an absolute state. None of the fire alarms worked at all. It was a 2-person flat, so it wasn't covered by HMO, so just hadn't bothered basically to install working ones. The only time when the landlord actually got in touch was to be very, very threatening to try and bully money out of him. And this was unwarranted money, this wasn't money that he owed, this was just he wanted particular extra money for whatever. And again, Liam was blamed for the state of his flat. The last story is actually my story. Last year I was living in a flat, quite a nice flat, but one day, or actually one night, the entire water main exploded and started pouring in through my kitchen ceiling, which was delightful. We spent about 5 hours bailing out water. Eventually the kitchen ceiling actually collapsed on my head, which was great fun at that time of night. I then lived for about 3 months, I think, without heating, without running water, without any sort of really hospitable conditions. And again, the landlord was not helpful. He actually still owes me about 380 quid because when I went away over Christmas, his contractors left my heating on. Now we had a written agreement that he would pay this money back, he never has. I've gotten to the point where all I can do in terms of that situation, certainly all Kirsty can do to get some of her money back, all Liam can do to get some of their money back, is take further action. But we don't know how to do that. We don't know where to go. We don't know who to speak to. We don't have any of the sort of support that we need. We have no information. Students and young people are not stupid, but we do need guidance. We do need to know where to go and who to talk to in terms of this situation. Just as an additional point, all of these stories, in all of these cases, we all paid an administration fee. Now, as you know, this is not allowed. My administration was massive. I think Kirsty's was about £100, Liam's was about £80 or £90. And we're in the situation where actually there are very, very few landlords and letting agencies who do not charge this administration fee. This is the only option we have so often. And again, we do not know how to challenge this. We do not have the support to challenge this. What I want to do again is to sort of bring students together, bring young people together and help them to make sure that their voices are heard and they are a part of this debate and make sure they can have a say in terms of this issue because we are vulnerable in this situation. We do not have support and we are often targeted by these landlords with these bad practices. And that's it.